Hello, this is Chris. Week 12 of the boot camp. All right. So we're going to walk through this code and we're going to hope that I know what's going on. All right. So we made this test demo thing. So essentially, we have this add positive method. This is essentially just going to take in two integers, and we're going to say if they're greater than zero, then we're going to add them and return it. And if both numbers are not positive above zero, then it'll just throw an exception saying both numbers must be positive. So there we have int number squared. So essentially we're just going to get a random number. We're going to times it by itself. We're going to return the random number here. Or sorry, return the returned number. This is random. I could just do return, like get rid of this line and return random times random. But in trying to make it work, I changed it this way. So same thing with this sum here. I was trying to make it work. And so this is how it ended up. It's more verbose than it needs to be. And here, this one pulls the random int. So we just make a random object and we return it +1 because Java is zero based. So if we return just 10, then it'll be a random from 0 to 9. So we had to add +1. So it returns 1 to 10. All right. So in the test, we have a couple tests set up. So first off, we create a test demo and then before on the setup. So before every test, it's going to create a new test demo. So this is a parameterized test. I'm assuming that means that we need this parameter in order to test it. So this actually calls out this argument here that it's going to use this to run this test. So here we're going to assert the two positive numbers add correctly. So we have int A, int B, int expected Boolean expect exception. So we're going to call in our test demo add positive here. We're going to pass in those first two numbers, and then we have the expected number. So this one won't get passed in, but this is the expected return. And then this is the expected exception here. So, and then we use this stream here of arguments to run that. So we have 2 + 6 = 8. So that should not give an exception. 4 + 6 is 10, no exception. -1 + 5 = 4. Well, the math works out. It should throw an exception because it's a negative number. So then we have -1 - 2 = -3. Also math works out, but it should throw an exception. And then to test our random numbers. So we have a public assert that numbers squared squares numbers. So we have test demo, mock demo, and we're going to spy on the new test demo. That's this one that gets created here. And then we want it to return 5. So you say do return 5 when mock demo. So it's the one that's spying dot get random int. So that's going to go in there, get the random number. When the test demo, gets the random number. So it returns a 5. It just kind of sticks that 5 in there. Then we have int 5 squared equals mock demo dot get numbers squared. So this is the return value. So it sticks in a 5 when it runs this. So instead of putting this number in, it'll stick in the 5 for free, and then it pulls this number that gets returned. And then we assert that 5 squared is equal to 25. So we're going to go ahead and run this as a JUnit test. And what we see here is we have 2 pass tests, and all of these pass. Thank you for watching. I will probably see you next week.